Yeah, I thought obviously there's a lot of emotion going around with a game like that. But I think we all channeled it pretty well into trying to make each other better and lift everyone up.
Heinrich, what did you learn about when you were out on the road those first two games? Just getting the one order of action at Colorado, but what did you learn about playing away from Memorial Stadium and the challenges that it might present that you don't get here?
Yeah, I think especially the one that happened with Colorado was kind of the cadence issues, motion timing. So there's been a big emphasis on that this week. We don't know. Sometimes going into stadiums, you have no clue. Is the crowd going to affect your cadence? Are you going to have to go on silent, or can you stay verbal? So I think that's been one big thing, and then trying to create your own energy has been another one for us. Obviously being here, no matter what the score is, we always have people behind us, or the circumstance. We've seen that with Michigan and Louisiana Tech. There's always people still there cheering us on. So
I feel like you've found a connection with some receivers a little bit more in games, like with Billy this last week and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think part of that's just reps and practice. It's kind of hard sometimes as a backup quarterback coming in and having that chemistry, but I think we did a lot of work over the summer where everyone got reps with everyone. So that's just slowly improved, I think, and I think that'll continue to grow.
In terms of executing the game plan that Coach Satterfield sets out for you guys, how do you think that the last few weeks have gone in that regard?
Yeah, there's always stuff that we're going to attack going into it that he points out and we plan all week for. And then there's some things against Louisiana Tech that you run it and you're like, oh, that worked really well, let's run that again, and it works really well again, and you just keep running that. And so you kind of have to rep a lot of stuff. That way you're prepared for everything. Sometimes defenses will come out in the front or a coverage that you weren't expecting, or they might try to play us differently because the quarterback does something or a wide receiver is really good. So
has there been, since you've been the starter, a game where the defense did what you thought they were going to do before game?
Say that again?
Has there been a game that since you started the last 3 games, where the defense did what you thought they were going to do?
Oh, yeah. That's why I thought you were talking about our defense. Yeah, usually so far, they've lined up in the same front. There's a couple times, especially after Northern Illinois, Louisiana Tech tried to, maybe keep me in the box a little bit more. And then Michigan felt like they had some more eyes on me. And then, Michigan, schematically, they like to have guys up the field trying to contain, but there's a good amount of that. But that opens up just more stuff for everyone else when the edges are coming so far up the field. You can just sit in the pocket and dish it out.
How much more comfortable are you getting as a thrower with each game you have under your belt?
Yeah, it's those live game reps are like the biggest thing for me. You can go out there and you can go 10 for 10, even against our defense, but once you step out into Memorial, feel the atmosphere. It's one thing to run the ball, that's just kind of natural, but having the ability to just pass, in front of, and with that pressure, with live pressure, it's a different thing.
Is it different than you thought? 3 games of the start. Is there anything that surprised you about just like the role when you're on the field and in that environment and everything that encompasses it?
Yeah, sometimes it's a really quick turnaround with our defense. You come off the field and you're trying to like regroup, and next thing you know, we get they go 3 and out, and you're like, oh, like we got to get back on the field. So that's one really nice thing about the defense is, sometimes you don't have a lot of time to just sit there. If we went 3 and out, you're over there, you're kind of mulling on something. Next thing you get an opportunity again to go out and redeem yourself almost.
What stands out about Illinois?
Obviously a little bit different team than last year. Lost some really good players, but also, I think they kind of reloaded a little bit. I think that D-line is pretty physical up front, and they're going to try and match us to the best of their ability.
Thank you.
All right.